few months we have been discussing about this webinar. So it is
Yes,
a
sir.
great pleasure to me to interact with your students as well as you. Uh,
Yes, sir.
but the thing is, why communication is important, how communication skills are important. Students think that what they know English, that is English. What they don't know, that is not English. So there is a need. Previously, English was different. Now English is different. So just give a brief introduction regarding to this. After that, interact with your students in interactive mode instead of traditional speaking and traditional question answer type. Just interactive mode, and the session will be very fruitful and helpful, as you said. Definitely, it will be there. My point of view, first I give 20 to 30 minutes presentation, what I want to tell the students. After that, just some practice, 1 or 2 minute practice or 5 minute practice. After that, any question answer session. This is today's schedule. Without any
Yes.
delay, I go for my PPTs.
Yes, sir.
Sir, PPT, please, if you share.
Yeah.
Sure, sir, sure.
Yeah. So all the students, after this presentation of sir, the interaction session will be there. So please ask your questions and answer sir's questions and interact with sir so that you can enjoy the session.
Okay, good. Thank you, sir. So my today's presentation is on formal English language need of the hour. So you think, sir, what is this, sir? What is this topic? This topic is new. This topic is different. Yes, it is different. It is new. Why? Because language is innovative. Every day it changes. Day by day it changes. So post-corona, we are living in a world, a post-corona world. The world is divided into two parts: pre-corona and post-corona. Pre-corona world was different. Post-corona world is different. So, as engineering graduates, you need to understand that we are living in a world where, like a blended mode of learning, blended kind of system, blended kind of learning ability. So that's why you need to interact with the webinars, the seminars, and nowadays international conferences also conducted through webinars, even conferences, projects, even medical facilities. Nowadays, even medicine treatment, medical treatment is also done by this online mode. That kind of level we are living in. That kind of world we are living in. So that's why we need to interact with in a different platform. We need to focus on certain things. That's why I took this topic as my presentation. What is formal English language? Need of the hour. Need of the hour. It is compulsory. So previously, English means it was classroom teaching. Now it is global teaching. It is global learning. Without English, there is no outer world. There is a difference between a local engineering graduate and a global engineering graduate. Local engineering graduate means a student who knows mother tongue well and English less. A global engineering graduate is who knows English well as mother tongue, yes, or more. It is not a problem. If you have grip over your mother tongue or not, that is not important nowadays. But you must have grip over the language, English language. Why? Because of globalization. Even Chinese, Japanese, they started learning English just within a span of 10 years. They got good command over English language. Why? Because they know where are the blocks of English language, where are the variations of the English language. They didn't focus on memorizing by hearting the language. Their focus is on variations of English language, as well as where do I focus? How can I improve? So their focus is on techniques and tips. In that way, in that manner, within 10, 15 years, they developed in a fantastic manner. Now they are competing with the outer world. Chinese students and especially Japanese students, they give extraordinary presentations globally. Just 10 years. Before that, they don't know even alphabet of English language. So we are a country where English people ruled us from childhood onwards. From generations, we have been learning English. Still, English is difficult for us, isn't it? So why these kind of problems are raised? Then where is the problem? I'm here not to teach you language, not to train you language. I'm here to remove the clouds of your English. Already you have English, but it is clouded. If clouds are removed, you can see the clear sky. That is my intention to take this webinar. Next slide, sir. So now I ask a question without any hesitation. Just any student answer to my question by using audio or video without any disturbance. What is a communication skill? We begin with a
Hi,
question.
sir.
Any student will answer. What is a communication skill? What is a communication skill? Any student?
Anyone can
Using for
answer.
our daily
Between
purpose.
two people
Okay. Okay. Somebody is speaking.
to interact with other peoples.
To interact with other people is communication skill. Very good. Next.
In
Be
any
on the line.
language.
Very good. Very good. What is the difference between English speech and communication? What is the difference between speech?
To convey or share idea.
What is the difference between speech and communication? Is there any difference between speech and communication?
Yes.
The ability to convey or share idea. Communication.
Speech is one way and communication is between two or more than two people.
Very good. Anybody? Any student?
Communication can be done in any language, but English speech only will be given in English.
Very good. Excellent. Any more?
100 మందికి పర్మిషన్ సార్ ముందు ఎవరైతే వస్తారో ఫస్ట్ కమ్ ఫస్ట్ సర్వ్.
Right. Third question. What is the difference between informal and formal communication? What is informal communication? What is formal communication? What is formal?
Informal where we use general with our friends and formal with higher authorities.
Very good. Excellent. Extraordinary. Your answer is apt. Correct. Next. What kind of communication do you need for your career?
Formal communication.
Formal
Formal
communication.
communication.
Formal communication is required for your career. Very good. Already you have studied English for 14 years. Why do you require one more course on English language? You started with LKG. LKG, UKG 2 years. Again, first class to 10th class, 12 years. Intermediate first year to second year, 14 years. After 14 years, again BTech first year, 15 year. Again, third year ACS lab. After that, fourth year, again campus training program and soft skills program. So after 14 years, why students are struggling for the language, English language? What is the reason behind it? For 14 years you studied. Students, is it correct or not? Is it correct?
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Why? Why you are struggling for language acquisition? What is the reason? Anybody? Any student? Any student?
We are non-native speakers of English.
Oh, that is the reason. No. If you are non-native speakers of English, then most of our students are in England, America, or Canada, and Australia. They are ruling the universities, they are ruling the industries, giants, CEOs. All CEOs are our Indians, especially Telugu people only.
Sir, during these 14 years, we are concentrating on other subjects also, no, sir.
Very
Like
good.
we are not concentrating only on English, like
Mm.
so we are not. So
Right.
that's why we are taking another course after this 14 years.
Apart from English, just you are also learning other subjects. Okay, that is there. Next, any more? That's it. Very good. Good. These are the questions, basic questions of communication. So again, I read it out one more time. Just listen to it very carefully for 20 to 30 minutes. What is the difference between English speech and communication? What is the difference between conversation and speech? What is the difference between informal and formal communication? What kind of communication do you need for your career? Already you have studied English for 14 years. Why do you require one more course on English language? These are the basic questions. Now at the end, you tell your answers. Next slide, please. So here, look at it. At the corporate level, formal English is used instead of conversational or informal English. Students learn English at school. That English is informal English most of the times. Only conversation part and conversation language is used. Coming to corporate world require a different kind of language. That is formal language is required. What is formal language? Words, useful words are used, as logical words are used, organized words are used. A word to word, there will be a syntactic connection, and all sentences should be organized. All sentences should be organized. So there is a meaning, there is a coherence, there is a syntax, there will be a semantics. Syntax means structure of the language. The correct language is used. Correct words are used, correct sentences are used, correct paragraphs are used. Coming to, it is logic based, isn't it? Semantics means meaning of the language. So what is the meaning of the language? Structure is important as well as meaning is important. Both are important in language acquisition. So that is called formal language. A corporate world requires all these things, not informal language. So generally we speak our mother tongue. We think that we know our mother tongue well. So even though in our mother tongue, just we converse our mother tongue, we think that we are good at our mother tongue. When you are asked to speak about a particular topic in your mother tongue, you are unable to speak just 10 or 15 seconds time in a continuous manner. So it is not possible to you. Why? Because our focus is only on conversation instead of getting command over the language. Coming to English also, speaking English is not only important. So the way, proper way is important. Your academics require a different kind of English, organized English. So the only difference between a local engineering student and a global engineering graduate is your English communication only. So your communication is the key for you to get your job, to get your career. So globalization, especially post-COVID, post-corona, made you a different platform, bring you a different platform. Previously, how many marks you got, how much knowledge you have, that is enough for you to your career. But nowadays, just best skills are required from you. The best of the best skills are required from you. Technical competence is very important. So you're ready to speak, you're ready to present on a topic, any topic of your own branch. So how do you present that topic? Through English only. If you speak your present topic in Telugu, just it reaches only few people. If you present your topic, your technical topic in Hindi, only it reaches few people. If you speak, if you present your technical topic in English, it reaches throughout the globe, entire world. Within seconds, it reaches to millions and crores of people. So your technology is related to global technology. Your technology is not local technology. Engineering itself is global. So if you say it is a global engineering course, engineering itself is a global course, then why don't you focus on communication skill? People think that communication means speaking English is communication and speaking fluently on any topic is communication. No, it is not only speaking. Speaking is part of your communication, dear students. That you should understand first, isn't it? These are the two things. Next slide, please. So next. Develop your verbal, non-verbal, oral and written language skills by showing passion. These are very important. Verbal skills. Verbose is a Latin word which means word. Verbose is a Latin derivative. English words are not derived from English. English words are derived from Latin, Greek. Most of the English words are derived from Latin and Greek. That's why English words are different. Spelling is different. Pronunciation is different, spelling is different. Why? Because they are Latin and Greek based language. So verbal and non-verbal. Verbal means words. Non-verbal means without using words. Just by your gestures, your hand movements, your facial expression. This is called non-verbal. Next, oral and written language skills. Oral and written language. Communication is about not only speaking, it is about oral language means by word of mouth is called oral, and written language skills by writing is itself is also very important. By showing passion, if you have passion towards learning English, automatically you get these skills. Nobody will teach you language skills except you yourself. You train yourself. Daily you practice yourself. These are all important skills. Oral skill is important and written language skill is important, especially letter writing skill. If I ask you a question, last 15-20 years, I never identify a single letter of the student who writes in a specific pattern in block format. So from address, date to address, salutation, everything should be there in letter writing. But students write just informal words, 2 or 3 words. Nowadays, students are writing letters like, hi sir, hi madam, give me permission. Is it letter writing? So it is written communication. Your written communication, your written language begins with letter writing. Just you should show interest before writing a letter to your HOD to get permission, to seek permission, to write a letter to principal to get your certificates or to submit your certificates. Just you should follow certain formalities. That is called written language. Written language is very important, as well as oral language is also very important. Speaking language as well as written language. We are not speaking with native people, dear students. We are interacting with others. It is called both oral and written language. These two are called communication skills. What is communication? Both oral language and written language. So written language means people think that writing paragraphs, writing exams, memorizing, rewriting exams, that is written language. No, it is not written language. Written language means letter writing is written language. Preparing your PPT is written language. Preparing your seminar paper is written language. Preparing your assignment is written language. So these are all related to written language skills. Next one is articulate clearly, reduce your mother tongue influence. This is very, very important. Articulate clearly. Whatever you want to say it very clearly to others. If you are clear, automatically other person is able to understand what you are speaking about. If you are unclear about yourself, other person may not understand what you are speaking about. So before speaking, just you think clearly and articulate. Articulate means to express your words clearly to other person. Clearly, slowly, word by word to others. Then people can understand what you are speaking about, what is the meaning in it. If you speak rapidly, very fluently, people cannot understand. If you speak slowly, and people get diverted. That's why without giving much gap, without speaking very rapidly, just in medium level, just you keep on speaking very clearly, articulate very clearly to others. This is very important. Reduce your mother tongue influence. So what is mother tongue influence? One student said it is correct. Sir, already we exposed to our mother tongue. That's why we did not focus on English language. That is correct. So already we are exposed to our mother tongue. English is a second language for us. So for us, third language, second language, isn't it? Even though you start your learning English at LKG level, you learned it as a second language. Why? Because before that you exposed to your mother tongue, isn't it? That's why English is not a language for us. It is a communication for us. It is an advantage. So as a student, you understand that. That's why I asked the beginning question, what is the difference between speech and communication? Speech means English person speaks, but non-English person communicates. Now I am communicating to you. Technology is communicated to you. Your HOD is communicating to you. Mathematics is communicating to you. Technology is communicating to you. But they are not speaking to you, isn't it? That's why you don't bother about whether I am speaking like Englishman, whether I am using English as it is. Just better to understand these things. Why? Because you are technical students. You need to focus on communication more and more. Next, mother tongue influence. Reduce your mother tongue influence. So how to reduce my mother tongue influence? That is the biggest problem. How to reduce your mother tongue influence? So the best thing is, if you practice English as it is, automatically your mother tongue influence will be reduced. The best thing is, generally we end every word with every letter with vowel sound, like A, E, A, I, U. But native people, you end the letter with a consonant sound. For example, we say but, but I is used at the end. Actually, T, end with T, but that's why they cut it at the consonant. That is the variation, because already we were exposed to our mother tongue. That's why it is not a big issue. If you focus on certain levels, if you keep on practicing, automatically your mother tongue will be reduced. Just you are able to use English as it is. A little practice is required to you to reduce your mother tongue, not necessarily to speak like Americans or English people. Don't try to imitate native people. Better to avoid unnecessary things from you. Just it is about removing unnecessary things from your English. Your aim is not to learn new things. Your aim is to remove unnecessary English from you. You have English. If you keep on removing unnecessary English from you, then you are very clear about yourself and your articulation will be clear. Your written communication should be very clear. Next, BTech students need to improve technical English proficiency. That is the topic. BTech students, especially BTech students, need to focus on technical English. What is technical English? Just it is related to technology. Just suppose you are a medical student, you need medical English. If you are a legal student, you need legal English. If you are an arts student, you need arts English, isn't it? You are an engineering graduate, you need only engineering English. What kind of English you require related to your technology? Suppose you are computer engineering, computer English is enough for you, isn't it? Legal terminology is not known to you. Suppose a pharmacy student need pharmaceutical or pharmacy related terminology. It is called technical English. Technical English is a related subject. You are engineering graduates, that's why your English is called technical English. Even though English is prescribed to you, it is related to your technology. Your focus should be on technical English. What is technical English? It is official English. It is related to your technology. Whether it is computer science or ECE or TIPLE or mechanical or whatever it may be, any branch, just you need to focus on technical English instead of day-to-day English, general English, conversation English. The way an ordinary man speaks English, that should be completely different from the BTech student. That you should remind always. So when you speak, when you use English, that should be different. It is related to your technology, isn't it? Technical English is a formal English. That is the point. So my topic itself is about formal English. So what is a formal English? Formal English is the need of the hour. Formal English is very important for technical students. Why? Because it is related to technology. Tomorrow, you may go to any university or any college, any organization to present a paper in a conference. At that time, if you use the local language, it is not accepted. You need to present a topic in technical terminology, in formal English, isn't it? It is about a technical English, not a general English. If you speak, I am going, you are speaking means they won't accept. Technical terminology will be there. Technical words should be there. Language is about whether you speak or not, right? The main component is word. Word is very important. Word is the life. Word is the life of a language. Generally, unfortunately, in our mother tongue also we use words unconsciously, unknowingly. So every word is like a diamond. The way you use your words, the way you add one word to another word, that makes the language, the beauty of the language. It is like a flower. It is like a garland. Add one flower to another flower. Just words are beautiful things. Just try to value to the words. Don't use words unnecessarily. So if you want to enhance your language skills, if you want to focus on your language skills, first you need to focus on word. Whether you speak or write, words should be given value. So technical English is a formal English. So why it is formal English? What is the difference between informal English and formal English? In the beginning, I raised a question. What is the difference between informal English and formal English? Informal English means for conversation we speak. For our family members, friends, and other people, we use informal English. Formal English is about only classroom English, or technical English. Suppose you are going to give a presentation, or you are going to give your project presentation to your professors. At that time, just you give in a formal way. Your dress sense should be formal and your presentation should be formal. So each and every word should be clearly explained, isn't it? That's why don't use unnecessary words. Speak it clearly to the content. And every word, every sentence should be logically organized. It is a formal presentation. So in your project presentation, third year, you are going to give mini project presentation, oral presentation. As well as in fourth year, you are going to give presentation. So once you join BTech means from day one onwards, you are going to give every time presentations. Go to ELCS lab, there you need to give presentation. So go to computer lab, there you need to give presentation. All your assignment presentations, seminar presentations, project presentations, everything, first year to final year, just you need to speak English a lot from day one to last day before getting your certificate of your college. Just you need to focus on formal English skills, language skills, whether it is spoken or written, both are important. That's why day one onwards, when you go to the class, day one onwards, whenever you get an opportunity, try to take an opportunity and speak out and write down anything which you want, isn't it? So only language teachers teach you language and faculty will teach you language. That is not correct, dear students. Learning is our own. It is not about knowledge. It is about skill. English is not about knowledge. English is about skill. Skill should be developed through practice. Knowledge should be acquired through memory or learning. So some students said, sir, from why for 14 years student failed to get command over English means they said, so sir, we memorized, we wrote the examination instead of learning language as it is. That is correct. So why this time, much time, 14 years, not easy time, 13, 14 years. Still at the end of your BTech also, you say that, sir, I'm good at technology, but my communication is poor. Then who is responsible? Why don't you question yourself? So knowledge, technology means it is related to knowledge. Language means it is related to skill. If you apply your knowledge, then you get skill. Without applying your knowledge, then how do you get your skill? So it is easy to get marks, but difficult to get skill unless you practice. You need to practice. You need to practice every time. Next slide, please. In your 4-year BTech, you will give a number of oral presentations and written presentations. Already I told you now, just now. Oral presentations and written presentations. 4-year BTech, day 1 onwards. Tomorrow, hello? Just after 10 minutes, 15 minutes later, I give you a chance to interact. After that, some practice. Isn't it? Am I audible to you, everybody? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. At the end, I give you time, enough time, because Sunday morning, just you are very happy. I'm also very happy to interact with you. I don't want to take much time. In your 4-year BTech, you will give a number of oral presentations and written presentations. So, dear students, you should remind it. 24 years I have been working in engineering colleges. I know it. How students are struggling with the communication. They know language, but they have so much of tension, fear to utter few words in front of the people. So when do you lose all these things? Because unless you put your feet into the water, you never become a swimmer, isn't it? So give a number of oral presentations and written presentations. So what you know about English is conversational and informal language. Already you had some language. You think that, sir, I have English. My language is enough for me. I studied CBSE school. I studied international school. Then why should I learn this language? Why should I learn extra language? Why should I attend extra English courses? Many times you get the doubt. But you think that because you just it made it compulsory, that's why I'm attending. That's why you're not interested in academic classes, but it is the wrong concept. Your faculty members are not teaching general English and ordinary English and informal English. Your faculty is focusing on formal English language skills. That you should understand the difference between ordinary English, informal English, and formal English. What you know about English is conversational and informal language. You must focus on technical or formal English communication skills. That you should develop. I'm giving you clarifications, removing one cloud to another cloud from you. So language is not adding something to new. Language is removing unnecessary things. How do you paint? Just removing unnecessary paper is called a painting. A sculpture make a beautiful doll. How it is possible? So by removing unnecessary stone. So the same way, by removing unnecessary things from your mind, just you get exposed to this communication area. You must focus on technical or formal English communication skills. It is very important. Next slide, please. So reasons. Why students are facing or struggling or hindrances or blocks of English language? These are the reasons I have observed in my research. Familiarize with native accent before practicing English accent. That is the thing. Familiarize with native accent. So in our mother tongue also we have so many accents. Telangana accent, Rayalaseema accent, Andhra accent, isn't it? Different accents are there. Listen to native language day in and day out. Every day you listen to native language. From morning to evening, for our day-to-day purpose, we use native language only. Listen very less to English. We listen very less to English. That is the problem. Students never listen to English, except English classes, except engineering classes. Except your classroom, you never listen to English because it is not our native language. This is also one more reason. Converse with others in native tone. When you want to interact with others, you must use your native language instead of English language. If English speaking is mandatory in classrooms, definitely there will be a development among the students' English language skills. So the best thing is, in campus, nobody speak any other language except English. If it is made it mandatory, automatically every student need try to speak in English. Automatically students exposed to English language, they lose their fear, tension, worries, all these things. Converse with others in native tongue. Instead of it, even you go to the classroom and college or university, then you speak your mother tongue. Then you want English communication. How it is possible? Just you are using your own mother tongue, you speak your own mother tongue, but you want to improve your English. You want to improve your communication skill. Then how it is possible? Without practice, it is not possible. Practice is required, much practice is required. At least classrooms and college environment should be based on only English language. Exposed to native language before learning English. It is also one more reason. Why students are facing difficulty, why youth are facing difficulty in learning language skills. Exposed to native language before learning English. Already some students said, already we had our own mother tongue, sir. That's why it is difficult for us. Even some of the eminent people, they speak 13, 14 languages. Previously, our previous Prime Minister spoke about 13, 14 languages. P.V. Narasimha spoke 14 languages. He was called a polyglot. Poly means in Greek language, many. Glottos means it is a Latin language, tongue. Many tongues means many languages. It is possible to learn any language. If you show interest in it, if you show passion in it, learn that language as it is, not translating from your mother tongue to other language. If you show interest, basically interest is required, practice is required. These are the reasons, especially reasons are very important why students are facing difficulty with English language. Again, I read it one more time, just listen very attentively. Familiarize with native accent before practicing English accent. Already native accent is known to you. Just you are focusing on native accent. Even you are not speaking your native accent. That is the problem. Why? Because it is about movie accent. Movie accent is just to entertain the common people. They are not using even our household language. They use a different slang. Why? Because to attract the audience, the same language, the same theater language enter in our life. That is the biggest problem. That's why instead of it, already you exposed to your native language, and it is difficult to concentrate on English language. Listen to native language day in and day out. Every day you listen to native language. You never watch English channels. You never read any English newspaper. You never listen any audiobooks. If you read English audiobooks are available. It is difficult for you to read. Why don't you listen to English audiobook? The personal development, like 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. So audiobooks are available. If you read one book, at least monthly one book, automatically your thinking, your concentration will be different. Listen very less to English. So if you want to focus on develop your English skills, better to listen English always whenever there is an opportunity. Whenever there is a presentation in English, better to go and sit there, listen to it very attentively. Listening is an art. Your speech, your communication depends upon your listening. So listening is very important. Listening is different. Hearing is different. Hearing means it is a physical activity. Only your ears hear and forget. Listening, it goes to your mind. You listen with your ears and it goes to your mind. Once your mind captures it, it never loses. That kind of interest you show it, passion. Converse with others in native tone. Interact with others also in your mother tongue. Exposed to native language before learning English. Already you exposed to native language before English. Next slide, please. Next, reasons to translate from mother tongue to English language. Many people face this kind of problem. Many students raised this kind of question. Sir, I want to speak English, but all of a sudden I lose the track. Why I am losing the track? Just we focused on why students are struggling this area, how to adjust this kind of problem. Means students, they translate from mother tongue to English. Simply, they translate one idea. If they want to say something to HOD, they go to HOD to inform some information. If you go to your HOD to inform some information, first you think in your mother tongue and try to translate in English. After speaking, again you translate that English into your mother tongue, whether I have spoken to madam right or not. That's why you are getting a gap between your thinking as well as your expression. Suppose you want to speak in English only. If you want to speak in your mother tongue, speak in your mother tongue only. Don't mix up these two. Your mother tongue is different, English is different. Don't mix up these two. Not learning English as it is, but as you are. That is the problem. You are not looking at English language as English language. You are looking at English language through your mother tongue, through your native language. That is the biggest hurdle. This is also a reason, second reason. Read with your eyes instead of your tongue. Students, this is very, very important point which I have observed. And it is the most important key point why students are facing difficulty in English, because they read with their eyes instead of mouth. When you are in school, some students said, sir, from schooling onwards, we have been studying different subjects apart from English. That's why we are not good at communication. We are not good at speaking. Maybe it is a part, but it is not correct. Why? Because from 14 years, you read everything with your eyes instead of your tongue. Why? Because whenever you wanted to open your mouth and read it loud, your teacher says silent and read silently. If you read silently, it goes to your mind. If you read loud, it improves your speaking ability. Why? Because if you read aloud, automatically, just you get trained to your tongue. Your tongue will be trained. You get trained with your tongue. That's it. That's why the way you speak very clearly. So oral reading is very important. If you read newspaper, read it orally. Whatever you read it orally, like a child. Instead of reading with your eyes, read with your tongue. Today onwards or tomorrow onwards, whatever you read it orally instead of silently. So read with your eyes instead of your tongue. That is also a hurdle. If you keep on reading with your eyes, you never become a communicator. If you read with your tongue, you definitely become a communicator. Why? Because if you train to your tongue, just you will become a communicator. If you train to your mind, you will become a knowledgeable person. Knowledge is different, communication is different. Knowledge is different, skill is different. Your technology is knowledge. Your English is communication. Communication means train to your tongue, not to your eyes. Isn't it? This is the biggest problem. Hear to others instead of listen and understand English speakers. Generally, what we are facing, we simply hear to others without concentration instead of listening to others. Local language dominates than English interaction environment. So generally, our local language. Why? Because from 24/7, we have been exposed to our native language. That's why it dominates the English language. Next slide, please. Next, these are the solutions. So I highlighted reasons. What are the problems? What kind of problems students are facing with English language? So reason 1 and reason 2. Next, here solution 1. I gave solutions also. Information is knowledge. Communication is a skill. So knowledge is different. Skill is different. Knowledge is different, skill is different. Reading book on swimming is knowledge. But putting your feet into the water, swimming is a skill. If you have knowledge about water, it won't save your life. If you have skill about water, save your life. Isn't it? Language is for skill, not for knowledge. But unfortunately, we wrote exams and got certificates in knowledge language also. So 10th class 98, intermediate 99. Suppose you are asked to write a letter, just don't know. Want to speak something, sir, I am unable to speak. These are the problems. Why? Because you learned language as a subject, as a knowledge resource instead of a skill resource. That is the biggest problem, dear students. Articulate every syllable clearly and continuously. Articulate every syllable clearly. When you communicate with others, when you speak others, definitely you must speak each and every letter very clearly, except silent letters. So speak each and every word very clearly. Don't imitate others, but develop your own skill. Every student must understand this, because our student community is based upon competition. He got 98 marks, I got 99 marks. So our parents compare children with others, students compare with themselves with others. Why? Because of competition, heavy competition. But coming to English, your English is your own, your communication is your own, your language is your own. Never compare with anybody in the world. Your language is your own. Isn't it? Develop in your own way, but don't compare with others. Some girl is speaking good English, sir, but I cannot. Don't say like it. It is not correct. It is her English. This is your English. Everybody's English should be respected. Everybody's language should be respected. But whether you are speaking language or not, that is important. Whether you are using language or not, that is important. Whether we are communicating clearly to others is not important. Isn't it? That's why never compare your language with others. Develop your own language skill. Stop using translation method of improving speech skills. If you want to improve your speaking ability, communicating ability, stop translation method. Don't use bilingual method. Don't use two minds. Don't think in your mother tongue and try to translate in English. Don't think in English and try to translate in Telugu. So it mess up, automatically you get confused. You are unable to utter one or two words properly. Why? Because don't think dual tone. Think otherwise. Why? Because if you feel that my right eye is my mother tongue and my left eye is my English language. So my right hand is my mother tongue and my left hand is my English language. When you use English, just you think differently. When you use your mother tongue, you think differently. That kind of thinking should be there. Don't translate from English to Telugu, Telugu to English. Isn't it? Develop listening skills than simply hearing ability. Listening skill is important. Listening means, already I told you what is listening. Listen with the ears and it goes to your mind. Hearing means hear with ears and it doesn't go to mind. When you hear, your mind is locked. When you listen, your mind is open. That is the difference between hearing and listening. When you hear, just you simply hear for the sake of hearing. That's why most of the academic classes are hearing classes instead of listening classes. But your teachers say, listen to me means you look at the teacher and opening your eyes and closing your mind. But teacher thinks that, okay, you are attentively listening. At the end, teacher asks you a question. Did you understand? Yes, madam. Yes, sir. What is it? I don't know. Isn't it? This is not listening. Listening means it goes to your mind. It is recording option. Your mind is like a recorder. So it records each and everything. Isn't it? That if you listen, it records better than your computer. Better than your computer. That kind of competency you develop at this stage. Isn't it? Develop listening skill than simply hearing skill. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Sir, okay. Learn English phonetic alphabet before written alphabet. So solution is, generally what we learned in schools, when we go to school, immediately the teachers teach you English alphabet, written alphabet. That is the biggest hurdle. So for native people, when they go to school, they teach only phonetic alphabet. Why? Because the problem with English is English itself is a problem. So why so many clouds are there? I asked a question in the beginning. One more hurdle. For 14 years you learned English. Again, why do you require one more English? Why you are not good at English? Some students said because we are not focusing. These are the other reasons. The main reason is English itself is a big confusion. Why? Because there are 26 letters in for writing, 44 letters for speech. Spoken alphabet is different, written alphabet is different. No other languages on this earth is like English language. Chinese, Japanese, any language, the same phonetic alphabet is equivalent to written alphabet. It follows written or spoken, the same is there. Coming to English, 26 letters are used for writing, 44 letters are used for speech. Before writing, before written alphabet, you should expose to phonetic alphabet, isn't it? Phonetic alphabet is different. 44 letters are for speaking, 26 letters are for writing. Native people speak with 44 alphabet, but non-native people speak with 26 alphabet. So it is not the problem with the user, it is the problem with the language itself is a problem. George Bernard Shaw raised a question. English people don't have interest in English. That's why they have so many confusions in their language. 26 letters are for writing, 44 letters are for speech. If tomorrow it becomes a global language, people get confused. They are unable to understand. That's why better to change your alphabet up to 44 letters or 26 letters, but they did not do it. Still, we are using the same kind of problem. So because of globalization, it is mandatory to focus on. That's why try to avoid unnecessary things. Already I told you, try to remove the clouds of your English as early as possible by understanding that there are 44 letters for speaking, 26 letters for writing. But you focus on 26 letters, no problem. But better to understand, learn 44 letters in English language lab. Soon you will learn all those things coming days. Don't read silently, read loudly. Dear students, already I told you. Don't never read silently, read loudly. If you want to improve your articulation and speaking ability, keep on training to your tongue. How do you become a speaker? If you train to your tongue, you become a speaker. Isn't it? Keep on training to your tongue. Train to your tongue than to your eyes. Participate in group talks, role plays, and discussions. In college, in laboratories, in your day-to-day classes, in laboratories, workshops, so many programs will be conducting group discussions, group talks, role plays, and discussions, debates. So many programs will be conducting in a daily basis. So whenever there is an opportunity, try to include it, try to involve in it, participate it instead of escaping it. Why should I? Why should I means definitely in future your communication will be the key. Just your flexibility will be the key for your success. That's why you should participate in group talks and role plays and discussions. Reading, listening are for improving your knowledge. Reading, listening. If you read and listen, these two are improving skills. These are different skills. Reading, if you read, your knowledge will be improved. If you listen, your knowledge will be improved. Oral reading, imitation, and repetition develop your English oral fluency. Very important. This point is oral reading. Read orally. Already I told you. If you read newspaper, read it orally. Whatever you read it orally. Imitation and repetition. Imitation. Try to imitate native voice. So you have mobiles and all softwares are available to you. So even pop songs. Suppose you take a pop song or any English songs, a rap song. Try to imitate it. Try to suppose just you listen and repeat it, imitate it. So just you hum it. Automatically your accent will be improved, your rhythm will be improved, your language will be improved. Imitation and repetition. Repeat the same. If it is possible, repeat the same. Develop your English oral fluency. Automatically, just you expose to English language. These are the other solutions. Solution 1, solution. I give reason 1, reason 2, solution 1, solution 2, charts. These are my observations, practical observations in the classroom as well as in training sessions. Next slide, please. So now here is a small practice session for you. Already I told you almost my session is completed. So it is about all are you ready? At least I need 3 or 4 students video as well as audio. Why? Because just to practice this like a child, school child, tongue twisters for oral practice. I need anybody, just 3 or 4. If you many students participate because of the problem technology, at least 4 or 5 students, just audio, video, both mode. After that, we go for question hour. So switch on your AV mode, video also. So just I speak out as well as you practice the same. I read as well as you practice. So why? Because I need to give you some suggestions, just how to improve your speaking skill, how to improve your articulation or pronunciation. Just only one practice mode, 5 minutes or 2 minutes. Any students, please. Audio, video, AV mode. This is about tongue twisters. Am I audible to you?
Yes, sir.
Audio, video, just video on. Video should be on. All right, very good. Video should be on. Even girls, 1 or 2 girls, 1 or 2 boys. Just I read out. Just you also imitate the same and practice the same. Quick. All right, very good. Your good name, please.
Sir, Sridhar Reddy, sir.
Very good. Good. Next. Very good. Just 3 or 4. 3 or 4 students. Because here, just I show you some head movement as well as articulation, just how to speak English in a different mode, in a accent mode. Shivarad is good. I appreciate you. Next, any 2 or 3 students, please.
Students, you can switch on your camera and you can interact.
Just 1 or 2, not more than that.
Yeah, there is no problem. Only just switch on your camera and unmute yourself.
Anybody? Quick.
Roll number 550.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Unmute yourself.
Yes, ma'am.
Roll number, ma'am.
540.
Roll number L6, ma'am.
Roll number L6.
From CSCD.
540.
Rashmita.
Very good.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much for your quick response. Thank you, madam. So here, just it is only practice. As I told you, the imitation and practice both are very important tools here. Tongue twisters for whole practice. Suppose your aim is to improve your pronunciation. So your aim is to improve your pronunciation in an appropriate manner. You should focus on certain things. That is about tongue twisters. What is a tongue twister? To twist your tongue. Why? Because just if you speak your mother tongue or any language, just you, what is clockwise, what is anti-clockwise? Do you tell the difference between clockwise and anti-clockwise? What is clockwise? Clockwise means? Clockwise? Just anti-clockwise. Clockwise means this one side, and anti-clockwise, anti means opposite, isn't it? If you speak your mother tongue, you use clockwise method, isn't it? Suppose Shivaradi, your name is Shivaradi. Yes, is it? Your name, please.
Sridhar Reddy.
Sridhar Reddy. Good. Just be flexible. You are right. Now move your head clockwise. Very good. Excellent. Anti-clockwise. Right. Right. Suppose when you speak Telugu, your mother tongue, you use clockwise. When you speak, use clockwise. Isn't it? Right. If speak any Telugu word and use clockwise.
Sir, do you want me to use any Telugu words, sir? Now?
Telugu sentence. One Telugu sentence.
Okay, sir. నా పేరు చల్లా శ్రీధర్ రెడ్డి.
Just use clockwise and again. నా పేరు చల్లా శ్రీధర్ రెడ్డి. Just
నా పేరు చల్లా శ్రీధర్ రెడ్డి.
Clockwise. Anti-clockwise. The same in English.
My name is Challa Sridhar Reddy.
That's the way. That is clockwise, anti-clockwise. When you speak your mother tongue, you use clockwise method. When you speak English, you use anti-clockwise method. These tongue twisters are anti-clockwise method. Anti-clockwise, isn't it? When you use these phrases, just you should not move your head anti-clockwise. Do you understand, girl?
Yes,
That
sir.
girl, madam, do you understand her? Dear
Yes,
student?
sir.
Yes, very good. Right. Good, very good.
Yes, sir.
Just for model, I am giving you. Now, tongue twisters means anti-clockwise. So I read it out clearly. First, you use clockwise and anti-clockwise. Then you realize the difference between general English and accented English, different English, isn't it? So, first, you use clockwise. Okay, right, clockwise. I read clearly. The rain in Spain falls mainly on the plain. The rain in Spain falls mainly on the plain. Use clockwise. The rain
The rain in Spain
in
falls mainly on the plain.
plain. Again, anti-clockwise.
The rain in
The
Spain.
rain in Spain falls mainly on the plain. So, difference is there, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So, clockwise, anti-clockwise. Have you experienced that difference?
Yes, sir. Just now I did, sir.
When you speak English, you better use anti-clockwise method, isn't it? Just this is only for practice, I'm telling you. While practicing, just you must use your head. Slowly, just you avoid your head movement and automatically you get that kind of English. Here, it is tongue twister means your tongue will be twisted. Just look at your mouth and your tongue. So, the rain in Spain, anti-clockwise, the rain in Spain falls mainly on the plain. Now read it out again. Read out.
The rain in Spain falls mainly on the plain.
Very good. Seashells by the seashore. Seashells by the seashore.
Seashells,
Seashells
by the seashore.
Very good. Betty Botter bought some butter. Betty Botter bought some butter.
Betty bought some butter.
Butter, very good. Can a can, as a cancer, can a can.
Yes.
Can
Sir, it's getting difficult.
as a canner, can a can.
Sridhar, you are doing very good.
These are the ways to students try to identify these kind of things. Your aim is just to learn the techniques, tips. How many years you learned traditional language? Just you search your own method. Your aim is to get command it, techniques. Find out the new techniques. If not possible, search for the new solutions. Look for the solutions. Your aim is to update your technology, to update your communication as early as possible. What are the techniques for it? Then you search for it. This is only for practice. Next slide, please. Thank you so much. Next slide, please. Sir, next slide. Thank you very much. Any queries? So this is my presentation. Thank you all. If any questions, ask me. Audio, by using your audio.
Yeah, students, if you have any doubt or if you want to have any suggestions to improve your communication skills, you can take the advantage of this opportunity and ask sir. Any doubt if you have, if you are trying to learn English and any suggestions to improve it, you can definitely ask sir. Sir, how much this reading English newspapers will help them to improve their vocabulary or communications?
Sure, madam. Sir, do you give again my video mode? Stop this sharing. Video mode. Right. Madam, English newspaper, generally people ask us to read English newspaper to improve your English. So
Yes, sir.
the thing is right. It is correct. But the way they tell to read the English newspaper is wrong. Because if the students read English newspaper, they don't get any advantage out of it. Because newspapers are related to politics, business, and cricket. Because not related to technology, except one or two columns weekly once. So what is the use of reading political news or business news for their technology? Not correct. But the thing is, there is a possibility if they read orally, automatically they get trained to their tongue. They get exposed to communication. In that way, it is useful. Ask the students to read English newspaper orally, not silently. Already, I gave one suggestion as well as one comment on it, especially one technique. Don't read silently, read loudly. So oral reading is utmost important. In language acquisition, oral reading is utmost important, very important. If students want to improve their communication, better to read loud instead of silent. So that is the thing. Anybody? Any more? Any student have any question?
Sir, English movies also helps us in improving, sir. Improving English.
Definitely. Movies help you to improve your English. Why? Because especially you asked a good question. Movies help you to improve your English. Have you seen this movie Memento by Christopher Nolan?
No.
Have you seen this movie? It is about Ghazni movie.
Sir, in Telugu?
No, Telugu.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That was a remake of Memento by Christopher Nolan.
Yes, sir.
Actually, it was Tamil movie. Later, English movie was dubbed to Tamil and Tamil to Telugu. So it is about Christopher Nolan made a movie, Memento. So if you watch that movie, the body language of the hero, especially the way he walks, the way he looks, the way he wears blazer and everything, the fantastic. From body language point of view, their communication, words are very clear, very simple. So their movements, everything. Try to watch that movie from body language point of view as well as communication point of view. Very fantastic. Because why? Because he is a professor of English in Columbia University. Later, he made a movie. So he showed that professionalism in his movie. So if you watch some classical movies, definitely your body language will be improved, your communication will be improved, just your confidence levels, your presentation levels will be improved. So English movies are very important, especially not like horror movies, these kind of action movies. Better to go for classical movies, especially like Memento. Definitely, they help you a lot to improve your English, especially your body language. Good.
Movies like that. Life is Beautiful, Pursuit of Happiness.
Very good. Right. These are very classic.
Classical movies, right?
Okay,
sir, even they can have their subtitles in English on when they are watching their, Telugu movies or Telugu series or something. If that can also help, sir.
No, madam. Because don't look at subtitles. If students keep on looking at subtitles, they cannot understand the listening language. They cannot understand the language as it is. Their focus is only on reading subtitles. Actually, subtitle method is not correct for English point of view. For regional language, it is. For example, for Oriya or Bengali language, we don't know, isn't it? For that, English subtitles are helpful for us to understand their language. Coming to English is known to everybody. Then why subtitles are necessary? Because they use simple language, very ordinary language. Generally, English movies don't use the difficult words, fantastic words. They use simple words, ordinary words, and simple language. Even if you watch English songs, also pop songs and these classical songs, they use simple words, English simple words. That's why it's
no, sir. My question was like while watching in Telugu movies, if they put subtitles in English on, they can relate to like this word is called like this in English. Can it help them, sir?
Definitely, definitely, it is helpful. In that way, it is helpful. If English means that the Telugu will be translated to English, means the same feeling should not be carried out, because sometimes our origin is different, our culture, our nativity is different, but English nativity is different, not apt. But sometimes it is good because this Telugu word is related to this word in English. In that way, it is useful, at least slowly. But better to avoid bilingual method, madam. Actually, ask the students to watch at least English movie, monthly one movie, it is enough. And after that, ask them to make a presentation of their own, record a presentation of their own on that movie.
Sir.
What is your opinion? What is your review on it?
Yes,
If
yes,
they
yes.
record their presentation on that movie, if you ask them to write a review, means they simply write something and put on the table. If you ask the students, so you watch a movie. After watching the movie, just you make a 30-second presentation on that movie.
Yes, sir.
By
Because
using
that
record and show it to me.
that regional flavor gets lost in the translation.
Automatically. Even if you inculcate this kind of habit among the students also show interest. They watch a movie and take a record of their own presentation. They show it to you, and as well they feel that okay, I have recorded my presentation. My presentation skills are good, and they show it to some others. And slowly they expose to the global world. Because tomorrow world will be, everything will be this blended system and digital system. It's mandatory. Maybe in future everything should be.
Sir, reading novels or reading storybooks, like, will this help to improve our English language, sir?
Very good. Excellent question you have asked me. That's good. But reading novels, what kind of novels do you read? That only matter. If you read generally commercial novels.
Novels in the sense, not novels like say APJ Abdul Kalam books like The Wings of Fire or like etc.
Very good, very good. Just I read all books of Abdul Kalam, so it is good. Self-help books, personal development books help you a lot. That you should read. Better to, if not possible to read books, better to read listening books. Better to listen the books.
Audio.
So your communication depends upon your listening capacity. So if you listen much, automatically your speaking will be very effective. Your speech depends upon your listening power, your listening capacity. That's why better to listen with your headphones. So download one audiobook, monthly one audiobook. In your bus, just you get much leisure time. Keep your headphones, keep on listening to it. It goes to your mind. Automatically, when you speak, those words come out through your mouth. That is the best method. If I suggest you to read a book, to read Abdul Kalam's Wings of Fire, you read with your eyes. Already told you. If you read with your eyes, it is not related to communication. It is related to knowledge. Dear students, already in the beginning, I told you the difference between knowledge and skill. Knowledge is related to mind. Skill is related to, isn't it? This is the thing.
Sir, I want a suggestion from you, sir.
Mm.
Sir, it is very difficult to make compulsory English in campus, no, sir. Any suggestions from you to start like it is making compulsory English in campus?
What is it?
Like I'm unable to.
One minute, sir. Please give me access of my video. My video is not visible on the screen. And 1 minute, I put the charger of here. 1 minute. And sir, please give me access for video accessibility. 1 minute, wait for.
Excuse me, ma'am.
1 minute.
Yeah.
Ma'am, I'm unable to make my point clear to sir. Can you please do that, ma'am?
You want the English should be made compulsory in the campus?
No, ma'am. Like to make it compulsory, what are the suggestions from sir?
Okay.
Madam, one thing from my point of view, my video is not visible to me. My video is visible to you?
Yes, sir, you are visible to us.
Here I am not looking at my view.
Sir, we can visible, sir.
Sir, you are visible. We can see you, sir. Yeah. Wait a second, sir will be coming back. Okay, students. So, what are your suggestions that college should implement for you to improve your English? Because if I make giving seminars compulsory, I won't get enough participants. Nobody comes forward for the presentation. So, if I make a presentation every month compulsory from one class every month, will it be helping you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Previously, I used to do that.
Okay, ma'am.
Right? I will.
Yes, ma'am. It's better that way.
Ma'am, in activity hour we can practice, ma'am, in our classes.
Yeah, definitely you can. Previously, I used to conduct seminars where, there will be 30 slides and each slide should be presented by 2 students. So all the 60 students will have to come and give the presentation, like explain about that slide. So that can be related to your subject so that you will learn your subject also, or it may be related to any socially related topic or any general topic that we can discuss. So on that topic,
Ma'am,
you
are
should
this ma'am topic or will you give the topic, ma'am?
that
You
depends.
should only select.
No, previously I used
Okay,
to give
ma'am.
the topic. I took the seminar basically on maths only, like application of matrices or application of differential equations. So there are so many applications of matrices. So when I give you as a topic to prepare slides, definitely you will go and search on that, isn't it? So this will help you in 2 ways.
Yes,
When you have
ma'am.
to
Yes,
present
ma'am.
the slide, when you have to present the slide on the application of matrices, you will learn everything about the matrices. You will learn its applications and you will improve your communication skills because you have to come on the stage and you have to present that slide. So, what we did previously, I'm just sharing with you so that we can do with this batch also. Half of the students, we divide it
Yes,
into
ma'am.
2 parts. Right?
Definitely.
Yeah, you understood the thing? We divided it into 60 students into 2 parts. Now you are 65, so we will divide accordingly. So, 2 groups and 2 topics. So 30 students will give the presentation on one topic. Next 30 will give the presentation on another topic. So these 30 students will also decide that how many slides are needed. Right? So 30 students, one group. Suppose the topic is application of differential equations. So these 30 students will make 30 slides. So they will divide because it should not be repetition. Repetition should not be there. So in that 30 students, each slide will be given to 2 students. So 2 students will come and present one slide, and they don't have to read it. They have to explain that. So they have to give the content and presentation. So many ways it will be helpful for you. So if you are okay with this concept, then we can implement this.
Ma'am, my suggestion is in college we'll have a meeting and we'll decide, ma'am. Like virtually, it is not that much understanding, ma'am. So like tomorrow or day after tomorrow, we can discuss on.
Madam?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Madam, applications are very, very important, ma'am. Why? Because what they are studying means we are studying just the subject, madam. They think that. Where they use that topic, that is very, very essential to learn, ma'am. For the student.
Right.
Matrices they are doing, madam. They are finding the XYZ values, all. But where that topic is used in the future or in the research or anywhere in the science, ma'am, like that.
That is where this
that student
thing
has
is
to know, ma'am.
useful.
Either physics
Yeah.
or chemistry.
Yeah, so that's the exact reason why I want to put this seminars. It will help in many ways. The application part you will
Yeah,
understand because
maybe mathematics students need
Yeah.
to know where that topic is using.
Right.
Applications, if they do on the applications, it is helpful to each and every student, ma'am, like that.
Yeah, and if we are saying the application, they don't understand that much. When
Yes,
they
ma'am. Yes.
go and search on it, that what are the applications, where it is used, then
Yes,
that
ma'am.
is very useful. So maybe combining with chemistry, maths,
Yes,
physics, important topics,
Yes,
and even your
Yes.
PPS,
Yes,
all
ma'am.
the subjects we can combine, and we can keep one by one the presentations, dividing
Yes,
the topic. That will be very helpful.
Yes, ma'am.
So we'll plan that in the near future. So how was the seminar? How did you like this? I'm asking all the students. How was it?
Madam.
Ma'am,
Hello.
sir.
Now accessible.
Yes, sir. Please, sir. Right.
Okay. Ask me a question again.
Yeah, sir.
Because
this is
power
sir,
went
I will
off. Sorry for the disturbance.
No issues, sir.
Yeah.
No issues, sir. Right, sir.
Sir, excuse me, sir. I'll put one question. As we know that a rich vocabulary is an asset of in any communication, even both written and communication. Is it right, sir?
Very good question.
Yeah,
Right.
sir. Actually, as a present generation that doesn't have a rich vocabulary. Okay,
Yes.
though that they're having a lack of speaking, they couldn't able to speak properly, sir. The lack of vocabulary. Is there
Very
any
good.
technique? Is there any technique for to learn the vocabulary in any easy method, sir? Can you suggest to the student even?
Sure. Definitely, sir. Very good question, sir. I appreciate
Yes.
you for good question. So the thing
Sir,
is, dear students, this is a very important question. It is about why students
Sir,
fail to communicate. Tell me.
because of actually most of the people came from the rural areas, sir.
Yes.
So the lack of vocabulary, they couldn't actually. They wanted to speak some from the dais, but they won't have a vocabulary, so that they fail to do that to speech or anything, sir. So that I put a question: is there any technique to remember that vocabulary, to learn the vocabulary as per their communication, sir? Can you suggest to my students, please?
Sure, sir. Definitely, sir. It is a good question. It is correct question also, because at this stage, already I told you this is apted to the topic also, sir. Why? Because topic is about formal language as well as technical English.
Yes.
So students fail to communicate, not only for communication, sir. Even IELTS examination, TOEFL examination, GRE examination, students
Sir, yes.
fail. Why? Because in GRE examination, completely vocabulary, sir. One section is vocabulary, one section is arithmetics. As madam is there, mathematics professor, so she knows that students are good at arithmetic, but they fail in vocabulary. 800 marks vocabulary, 800 marks arithmetic.
Exactly.
Even why? Because vocabulary is very important, sir. For any communication, even Telugu also, in our mother tongue also, if you have rich vocabulary, our communication is different. Those people who have less vocabulary, their communication is different. Communication depends upon vocabulary, sir. One thing. Second thing is, sir, rich vocabulary is not only important for communication, oral communication. Why? Because there are 4 types of vocabulary, sir. One is speaking vocabulary. Second is listening vocabulary. Third is reading vocabulary. Fourth is writing vocabulary. There are 4 types of vocabulary. First one is listening vocabulary, or the speaking vocabulary. We need 2,000 to 3,000 words are enough to speak English effectively, fluently. Not more than that. Because how many words do we use in our mother tongue, sir, day to day? Around 2 to 3,000 words only, not more than that. The same words are repeated. For speaking, 2 to 3,000 words are enough. Coming to listening, to listen, to understand, we need around 5 to 6,000 vocabulary words. For reading, we need 30 to 35,000 vocabulary. 35,000 words are required.
For written,
but graduate students need 30 to 35,000 words are required. Especially for writing, 40 to 45,000, around 50,000 words are required to write effectively. 40 to 45,000, 50,000 words. So for graduate students, 30 to 35,000 words are required to communicate or to expose to academics. So in GRE examination, that vocabulary is tested. In IELTS examination, TOEFL examination, for competitive examinations, 30 to 35,000 of recognized vocabulary is required. Even our students are having only conversation vocabulary, that is around 4 to 5,000 vocabulary words only. That's why they are unable to write clearly. They are unable to understand the text clearly. That is the biggest hurdle. Students are facing these areas, especially reading vocabulary, writing vocabulary. Isn't it, sir? Sir, as you asked that, these are the clarification regarding to vocabulary, sir. Reading speaking vocabulary, listening vocabulary, reading vocabulary, writing vocabulary. Coming to techniques, sir, the best technique is focus on root words, sir. Like Word Power Made Easy book is there, sir. Word Power Made Easy by Norman Lewis. It is about 100 rupees, 150 rupees. Every time they print new editions, it is a red color book. It is available in any bookstall. So ask the students to buy that book and practice at least one word for a day.
Can you, what is the name of the book? What is the name of a book, sir? Can you please?
Word Power Made Easy. W-O-R-D, word, P-O-W-E-R, power. M-A-D-E, made. Made easy. It is a big book, sir. Norman Lewis. It is about author is Norman Lewis. The best book for vocabulary, sir. No other book is required, sir, for vocabulary development.
Okay, sir.
Normanlewis. Norman Lewis. If you ask your students at least to practice one word for a day, what is it? Just they give you a word and it's originated where it is originated from, whether it is originated from Greek or French or Latin, and history of that word. Focus is on history of the words. Suppose you want to teach your student vocabulary, don't give them number of words, sir. If you give them number of words, suppose today you give 5 words, sir. Tomorrow you give 5 words, sir. Again, if you ask tomorrow any word, yesterday's words forgot. If you give 5 more words next day, if you ask the student and 2 days words lost. Why? Because it is not possible to remind all the words. Instead of memorizing words, memorizing history of words. We need to focus on history of words. Word Power Made Easy about history of words. Suppose today cardiology is a word. So that book is about cardiology, the meaning of the word and the origin of the word and how it is used in context. Everything is given in our paragraph. If student learn history of words, automatically they never forget those words.
Super,
that is the best technique, sir. Word Power Made Easy. Don't ask students to go for number of synonyms books, antonyms books. These are all useless, sir. Not correct, sir. Because already students' minds are confused, sir. Students come with confusion. Coming to English means, so I don't speak like it because I am an English professor. English textbooks, English is a confused language, sir. First one, English is a confused language, mixed language. Second is English textbooks are confusing. Even English teachers are also confusing the students. At the end, the students are scared about English. I don't want English. That level they reach. The thing is, instead of it, better to search for the solutions, sir. Instead of, because students are facing vocabulary. It is the question. But what is the solution? Our solution is find out the book and daily one word and give the history of that word and ask the students to learn the history of that word. Every day one word is enough, sir.
Yes, sir.
If they practice like it, automatically their vocabulary will be improved. Word Power Made Easy, sir. It is a very good book, sir.
Word Power Made Easy.
Made Easy. So before that, a student asked me a question. It is about speaking English is a compulsory in classroom, but it was disconnected due to power went off. Again, I came back. So that student is there, madam, here. Now he is there. Now he is here.
I'm not sure, sir, because I couldn't see the roll number, so I'm not sure.
Okay,
but
no problem. My
yeah.
answer is if why I said this one make it mandatory means unless we take some stringent actions, some strict rules, it is very difficult to expose to English because the student environment is different, madam. Nowadays they are exposed to movies and outside cultures and entertainment, all those things. And unless we take sometimes, especially once they enter into our campus, once they are in our zone, at least modify them their dress code, especially their dress code, as well as their body language and their communication. If we keep on polishing them, automatically they exposed to academics, and they understand the why faculty members are focusing on us, why HOD is asking us to maintain proper dress code and use proper language and speak only in English, because there is the need. Because if they want a career, definitely they need to change their attitude, because we are living in a corporate world. Our student, every student is like a raw material, madam. Whatever we want to change, just it is possible. It takes time. It takes time, but we need more and more time, and patience is required.
Right,
Anymore?
sir.
Sir, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Sir, previously you have said about audiobooks, right? In that, you have specified that listening would make students a little bit comfortable while speaking. And I'd like to raise a point here, like, should they listen to only one particular accent, or they have to listen to eclectic mix of different accents?
So, generally, English means British accent or American accent. Most of the books are related to American accents, sir, because American English is used. Technology is related to American English, but there is a slight difference between British English and American English. No problem. So, if they expose to different kinds of accents, also not problem. But whether they are understanding, they understand it or not, that is important, sir. If they can understand, they can repeat it. They can. And that's why I said, suppose we ask the students to listen to audiobook, they listen. Then how do we know that students listen to the audiobook? Means that the best thing is, that's why I said, ask the students to record what you have listened. Record and show it to me or send to me. So it is about review. Collecting reviews is the best method, sir. So if you ask the student, suppose they listen to 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, we suggest the student listen to any audiobook. Just for example, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Student said, "Sir, I listened, sir," and he forgot. So how do we know that student has listened? He understood by collecting review. So academics is about review process. Assignment itself is like a review. We teach the subject to the student. We are collecting assignment means we are collecting review of that particular topic. The same is there, sir. If they listen, just we collect the review of that particular talk by collecting their audio or video, and ask the student, just record your audio and forward to me. Just with their mobile only, they record it. Sir, today I listened to this, or last week I listened to this audio book, and these are my key points or main points that I understood by this. Then we look, okay, this student is particular about this book. He understood this one. And by that way, there are 2 advantages, sir. He can improve his listening power as well as also speaking power, both. In that way, we inculcate the student among the students listening habit as well as speaking habit. Directly, we cannot force the students to listen and speak, sir. Indirectly, we are inculcating that kind of habit. Direct method here won't work, sir, because student psychology is different, student attitude is different, arrogant, and because they are firm, they don't want. Indirectly, just we inculcate the habit in a different manner. In that way, it is better, I think so. So come out of the box, sir. Think out of the box, come out of the box. And our aim is to inculcate the habits among the students, especially listening and speaking. Reading and writing, these are traditional activities. Automatically, it goes on. Why? Because our classroom environment is related to reading and writing, even though they are not good. But coming to listening and speaking, they got less exposure. Better to ask them to listen much English, whatever it is. It is through audios or videos, YouTube videos, whatever. And again, one more thing, sir. Ask any student to listen to any motivational speech. As before that, a girl told me, "Sir, do I read Abdul Kalam's novel, book, personal books?" Definitely, why not? Listen to Abdul Kalam video. Videos are available in YouTube. And ask the same girl, just you speak out what you have observed through that video. Give your review. In that way, they listen, they understand, they watch. So our aim is to inculcate the habit of listening and speaking instead of other things. Whether it is direct method or indirect method, it is not important. Whether we are inculcating that habit among the students or not, that is important. If we keep on doing this, automatically students exposed to listening and speaking. Sir. Takes time, but slowly they expose to it. So YouTube videos are there, and many videos are there. So language videos are there. So ask them to listen. Motivational videos are there. Suppose Barack Obama's speech, one speech made for Obama, President of America, and ask them to listen to it and write your own review on it and speak about what you have listened. It is a memory, repetition, memory. Already I told in my presentation, repetition, memory is the best method in listening as well as speaking. Any more?
Yeah.
Any more?
I think we have got enough suggestions to implement.
Madam, especially these tongue twisters, just I want to interact with your student 1 hour at least direct face to face, just to make them to practice, especially pronunciation. I have some modules regarding pronunciation, at least 40 minutes, 50 minutes, just continuous pronunciation, like a school child, a school going LKG child. If it is face-to-face mode, everybody practices automatically their regional accent or mother tongue influence will be reduced, ma'am. That is a classroom activity. Actually, through mobile,
Yes,
through laptop, we cannot train them. Sometimes
Sir,
just
yes, sir. If your schedule permits, I would love to conduct one session offline in the first week of March, if your
sure,
schedule
madam.
permits. Sir. You were
Thank you
about
so
to
much
leave for Malaysia, I think, sir. So I'm not sure about your schedule right now. So if it permits, in the first week of March or second week of March, we would love to have one offline schedule, sir.
I will inform to you, madam, through WhatsApp. Thank you so much,
Yeah.
madam, because with your effort, Sunday, just you sacrificed your Sunday for this conducting this kind of program. Just your passion regarding to English language communication and the students community. So I feel very happy because once I came to your college, principal was a very nice person, very friendly. You are also very good. Your faculty. I appreciate your efforts, what you are doing.
Thank you so much, sir. It was our sheer pleasure to have you with us today. And really, this 1 hour, I got many suggestions and many insight into understanding that what the problems are facing and how we can overcome it.
So definitely,
it will help
madam,
me in.
Madam, here problems and solutions. We are speaking about problems, but solutions are also important. Both are important. We are looking
Right,
for
sir.
solutions.
I got many solutions today, sir. Like what is there in my limits, definitely I will implement. because a few things are not in my control that I cannot do, that student personally has to do. But from my side, whatever is required, I understood today what I can do. So definitely from my end, as a head of the department, I will definitely try to implement the possibilities which I came to know today, like conducting the more sessions and taking the reviews, asking them to give the reviews and seminars. Not a formal seminar. First, we will start with the informal ones, so then they will be encouraged to interact more. And thank you so much for your time, sir. You took out time from your busy schedule and enlightened us today, sir. Thank you so much for your time and efforts.